name's Martin Luther. I was born in Isleben, Germany, in 1483. I was raised in Mansfield, where my father was a copper miner. My father. He wanted me to get an education so that I didn't have to be a copper miner as well. He wanted me to be a lawyer. When I was only 13, he sent me away to Erfurt to study law. Nobody could have predicted what happened next. At age 21 in 1505, I was on my way back to the university, and it was terribly stormy. Lightning struck the ground not too far from where I was walking. It scared the life out of me. I fell flat on my face and vowed to become a monk if I lived through the night. Of course, I did live through the night, and so, of course, I did become a monk. My father was very disappointed. I did well as a monk, though. Well as any other. In fact, if anyone were to be permitted into heaven by righteous deeds, it would have been me. But I did not understand the truth of the gospel. It is not about our works. When I finally did realize this, I also realized many other things. A lot of them about the false doctrine of the church. For example, saying that there is no salvation outside the Roman Catholic Church. What about our brothers, the saints in the Russian churches, or in other? How about the lie of purgatory? I mean, if Christ died for our sin, for our wrongdoings, why would he make us pay for it again by burning in purgatory? Was not the cross enough? Now the Catholics wanted to build a new church, supposedly in the honor of St. Peter. But where would they get the funding for such a thing? By selling indulgence? Yes, a little piece of paper that could stop the fires of hell. No. Paper burns. They brought in a special salesman to sell this special indulgence. Johann Tetzel. Did he really think that he was doing the Lord's work, convincing poor Hannah that she could buy her crippled child's way into heaven? That is what set me off. That is what drove me to write my 95 Theses. Yes, my 95 Theses, my 95 statements against the Catholic Church that I posted on the door of the Wittenberg Church, October 31st, 1517. Imagine the church today believing that they could buy or even earn their way into heaven, into the presence of the Lord. It is not by any work of man or any promise of the church that men can be saved. It is through faith alone, by grace alone, that man is saved from fire. And they called me a heretic. If my works, the 95 Theses, my commentary on Galatians, or perhaps my translation of the Bible into the common language so that man can understand it for himself, if these works are of heresy, then by all means burn them. But I do not believe they are. I am pleased and honored that God could use me to change the history of the church. So who am I? Nobody. Just a tool in the hand of my God.